Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. With every Cheap Shot plug and play comes standard this transfer station that you would use to transfer chemical from your bulk supply and into your SH tank. And it's a very simple hookup. It's self-explanatory. It's just righty-tighty, and it comes standard just as you see it in my hand, everything put together just as you see it. So some are choosing, however, including myself, to use the three-way ball valve as a flush system for the SH line. Now keep in mind that if you do not have some method to flush this line, then SH will remain in this valve at all times. For longevity, that's not best. And that's why I use the three-way ball valve as a flush system instead of a transfer station. Now you're going to use the transfer station some, but you'll use your Cheap Shot every day and you'll always have SH in the line. So it makes sense to me to use the flush system instead of the transfer station. Now, if you don't have any other way of transferring chemical, then obviously this works best. I do, and so I have no need for the transfer station. So this is how it works. So my SH line, my SH hose, goes from the bottom of the tank up through a Unisil. And by the way, this hose comes with your Cheap Shot. It goes from the bottom of the tank. There is no filter. I choose not to use a filter, though I do have the hose wedged in a V fashion to keep it from sucking to the bottom or the side of the tank. Up through a Unisil. You don't have to use a Unisil, but I use a Unisil to keep water from going into the tank, rainwater and whatever. And then into this 90 here, and you may choose to screenshot this so that you can use it for future reference, into the three-way ball valve, and then out of the three-way ball valve and into the SH line, or valve rather. This line here, this hose, does the same thing but only into the buffer tank, and again into the bottom of the tank. I have an 1.25 inch piece of PVC around both the line that goes into my buffer tank and my SH tank, and that keeps the hose from curling up. This line too is wedged, cut in a V fashion so that it doesn't suck up against the bottom of the side of the tank. And so at the end of every wash, with the motor running and the trigger squeezed, I simply turn the handle like this. Now, instead of drawing SH, I'm drawing water, and now you can see how that it flushes the system. For longevity of this valve, that makes sense. Now, there is no upcharge if you want to purchase the flush system instead of the transfer station. You'll just have to let me know when you purchase your Cheap Shot. There'll be a place there on the site where you can email me and say, hey Mike, I purchased a Cheap Shot, and instead of the transfer station, I want the flush system. So you simply will not get this check valve or this port here. Instead, you will get these fittings and this fitting here, along with this bracket that allows you to connect the flush system to whatever wall that you choose. So it's even. I might have to eat a little bit, but it's not enough to make a difference. So just let me know when you purchase your Cheap Shot that you want the flush system instead of the transfer station. All right, appreciate everyone. And if you have more questions about your Cheap Shot, let me know.